Assalamu alaikum, family. Now, check it out. Check it out. They just, all those who were just on my live stream. I hope you saw my last video, brothers and sisters. I hope you saw not just the video that they just cut off, but I hope you saw the video that I did called The Age of Information, aka the battle in the sky. Okay, I was just saying, family, I was just saying how the enemy is monitoring our videos. I don't know if you were just watching the live stream that I was just doing before you got the notification for this video, family. The enemy literally, when I was exposing this truth of what's going on in Flint, Michigan, they literally cut me off in the middle of the live stream presentation. They literally cut me off in the middle of the live stream presentation, man. That has never happened to me before. In the middle of a live stream, they just cut the video off. Okay? They just cut the video off. So I'm still gonna hurl truth and falsehood. I'm still gonna present some of these facts. It's not gonna stop. You feel me? We just gonna make that part one. If they don't take it down, we just gonna make that part one. But I had a nice few people up in the chats, in the live chat that can bear witness that they literally cut the live stream off in the middle of the presentation, man. And all we doing is just exposing truth. That's all we doing, fam, is just exposing truth. And they just cut us off in the middle of the live presentation, man. So I know what we doing is necessary. I know what we doing is for a good cause, man. Cause I didn't expose many truths, man. I didn't got it everybody, man. And they ain't never cut my live video off in the middle of a live presentation. So this goes to show you that they are monitoring our YouTube channels. They are monitoring our YouTube channels. You know what I'm saying? They are attacking our YouTube channels. They are removing our videos and our content, man. And those who were just on the video can bear witness. So I just did a video a few days ago explaining all these things and what the enemy can actually do. And now we just saw it with our own eyes. We just saw it with our own eyes. I did what everybody else is doing. You know what I'm saying? I'm playing other videos from other content, but I didn't forget to add the link to these videos. You feel me? I'm doing everything that I'm supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? And they still just terminated my video in the middle of a live stream. In the middle of a live stream, family. Come on, man. We gotta share this truth, man. But I'm gonna get back to it though. So basically, I'm gonna leave that video alone. So basically, what I was doing was I was basically showing the science on how harmful that river water from the Flint River is. It's very toxic. It's very contaminated. And the white boy, he was explaining that no matter how they tried to cure the water just got worse and worse. Every time they add something, it would enhance something else. And they would have to go and try to solve that problem. And then when they try to solve that problem, they create another problem. So that's the type of water that they got our brothers and sisters in Flint, Michigan drinking. That's what I was trying to show you, brothers and sisters, before they cut us off in the middle of a live stream, which has never happened to me before. So apparently that this video is touching a soft spot. This video is pressing some buttons. This video got these people who's actually seeing this video got them ready to take the video down. You know what I'm saying? I got an email and everything. You know what I'm saying? They not liking what's going on, but I'm going to still continue to hurl truth and falsehood. I'm going to still continue to push this truth. So like I said in the last video, now I want to touch on President Barack Obama. Because he did the same thing, in my opinion, in a sense, what George Bush did during Katrina, when he was just flying over Katrina with his helicopters, when there were hundreds and thousands of our brothers and sisters who were suffering in the aftermath of Katrina and the levees breaking. Okay? So I want to play this clip of President Barack Obama because there's a nefarious agenda that is going on with this government. There's a very nefarious agenda that is going on with the synagogue of Satan, and I intend to prove it, man. There's a very nefarious agenda that's going on with big businesses and corporations, and we plan to expose the enemy at any cost, even if they got to cut off my live stream in the middle of a live stream. It only bears witness to the video that I did a few days ago called The Age of Information. If you haven't seen that video, it's called The Age of Information, The Battle in the Sky. And what they are doing, okay, is censoring our messages. They are trying to censor our messages. They're trying to censor the truth and infringe on our right of free speech, man. You know what I'm saying? They are trying to infringe on our rights of freedom of speech. But let me show you this clip of President Barack Obama.
With over 700 marches underway in American cities and another 100 globally, it was the largest single day of protest in the history of our nation's capital.
Raleigh, North Carolina, Tampa, Florida, Central Los Angeles, all echoing the same message.
And when a message is urgent enough, sometimes help arrives.
City of Flint, U.S.
My bad, family. If you can't see it, that's my bad. Let me share my screen with you.
Globally, it was the largest single day of protest in the history of our nation's capital.
Raleigh, North Carolina, Tampa, Florida, Central Los Angeles, all echoing the same message.
And when a message is urgent enough, sometimes help arrives.
City of Flint, USA, May 5th, 2016. POTUS has arrived.
The people of Flint had one last beacon of hope.
We were all invited to this big thing where the President Obama was going to speak to us about the problem.
Oh my gosh, this is so cool! Oh yes! Oh yes!
It's finally here. We've been waiting. Once he can make a conscious decision to push this with urgency.
While President Obama was on his way to the event, Governor Snyder thought he'd take to the stage and warm up the crowd.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I understand why you're angry and frustrated.
Not like we do.
I want to come here today to apologize.
It's too late.
It's too late. We already sick.
We have a short-term water crisis that needs to be repaired.
Thank you for caring for us, Obama.
Flint's recovery is everybody's responsibility. And I'm going to make sure that responsibility is met. That's why I'm here. To tell you directly that I see you and I hear you. We invest. Can I get some water? Come on up here. I want a glass of water.
Get a bottle. Bottle water.
I want a glass of water. Everybody settle down. This is a feisty crowd. Thank you. I really did need a glass of water. This is not a stunt.
What? He wet his lips. He did not drink it. He didn't sip it. He wet his lips.
There was an audible gasp in the audience. People were just like absolutely dejected. Why would you do that?
I am sure that somewhere when I was 2 years old, I was taking a chip of paint, tasting it, and I got some lead.
Yeah, that's like talking about like, well, I didn't wear a seatbelt and I'm fine. It's like, but there were tons of people that died.
Backstage, the president, sitting at the table with the criminal governor, decided to perform his stunt all over again.
You know, generally I have not been doing stunts here, but, you know.
That's not what I expected. That's what Snyder did.
It felt like he minimized like what people were actually going through and struggling with. If you were actually lead poisoned, you would not be president. You would be janitor Barack Obama.
We were holding on to hope that he would declare a disaster area. A disaster would give us FEMA. It would give us pipe replacement, get engineers in here. Then we could get Medicare for all the residents of Flint. As soon as he took a drink of the water and said everything's fine, that was that.
And look at it, years later, it's still poison.
When he came here, he was my president, but when he left, he was not my president.
I would, again, go back to the president's visit last week. He reinforced the message that filtered water has been determined to be safe for people to drink.
This, again, was our hero, and we thought he was going to come here and help us. But they do have a mural of him, and you ride past it now, and his head is busted out.
It was devastating, and it depressed the vote. And I know people that stayed home and just said to hell with all of them.
And I don't know. I don't know.
But
I don't know why. I don't know why anybody would have advised him to do that. And I don't know why he would do it.
And to the average person, then the Democrats don't look like the people who are going to come to the rescue.
Right.
So in Flint, the number is something like 8,000 African-American voters who voted twice for Obama chose not to vote. Hillary lost in Michigan by 2 votes per precinct on average. 2 votes per precinct. 10,000.
So family, President Barack Obama, this man looked like he could have been a potential savior for black people. He looked like he's been a potential savior for our community, man, and more specifically in Flint, Michigan. Those people there, the residents there, was really, they really believed in that brother. You know what I'm saying? Many people believed in the Yes We Can movement. Brother Barack Obama inspired and instilled hope in so many brothers and sisters, just as our dear minister, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, stated that brother was a beacon of light that can inspire children to want to go beyond just the status quo and the stereotypes, man, to go all the way up to the level of office in the White House. But what we are seeing that no matter how high you go up in the structure that is called white supremacy, that if you are not catering to the enemy's objectives and agenda, that you will end up like a John F. Kennedy, you will end up like a Malcolm X, you will end up like a Martin Luther King Jr. in order to keep us in check. And what our people failed to realize, what the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan was trying to warn our people, was that Barack Obama is not a free man. We have to pay attention to the hidden hand behind the man. We got to stay focused on the hidden hand, on what's taking place, what's going on in government, that Barack Obama is not the supreme power that runs this country, and therefore he gave our brothers and sisters a sense of false hope and really believing that this brother can really make a change and make a difference within 8 years of being in office. Now we give it to the brother that he did all that he can do in that office. He did all that he can do. And for all those who just checking in, we was going in strong on the last video. We were going in real strong, exposing the science and the truth on what was going on in Flint, Michigan, and Michigan in general. And the enemy literally cut my live stream off in the middle of the live stream. Okay, and I got some people that are on now that bear witness to what just took place, that my live stream was cut off in the middle of sharing truth and speaking truth to power. Okay, but what Barack Obama did was he just went up in there and basically insulted those people, because many people have died due to drinking due to drinking the water in Flint, Michigan. There have been a lot of deaths related to the drinking water there. So the brother, first thing that he can go up and say is, somebody bring me a glass of water. And as you can hear in the background, the sister saying, no, get a bottle of water. You know what I'm saying? Don't drink that water here. So Obama, you know, we know that water that you drinking, you had that flown in from Washington, D.C. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't no Flint water. You had that water brought here with you. You know what I'm saying? So that was very deceptive, man. That was devilishment on that brother's part. And that's our brother. We love him, but we gotta keep it 100 at all times. You know what I'm saying? You know, Minister Farrakhan wouldn't have got away with nothing like that. He would have been all kind of sellouts, and he would have been everything in the world to Negroes if Minister Farrakhan would have did that. So we gotta be consistent on where we give our criticisms. You know what I'm saying? We gotta speak the truth, no matter with whom or where. But let me show you something, family. I want to show you all something real quick, because there's something that happened in Flint, Michigan that added insult to injury. Okay? Why do I say that? There were many residents in Michigan, and more specifically Flint, Michigan, that was hurt. They were injured by what Governor Rick Snyder did and the decision that he made, all for corporate interests. Okay, there were many people injured by the water, family. There were many people injured by that water. But let me show you how the American government actually added insult to injury. And this is where the nefariousness comes in. This is where the satanic mind comes in. Because there has been many devilishment going on, but let me show you the Satan's mind. Just as Minister Farrakhan said, we can't fathom the depths of Satan. But let me show you how deep this rabbit hole actually goes. Let me share my screen with you all, beloved.
The road to him was decades in the making. Under President Obama, it became okay to imprison whistleblowers more than all previous presidents combined. He used drone strikes to bomb civilian populations. And he deported a record number of immigrants and refugees. What Flint needed was for President Obama to dig up the toxic pipes and have them replaced. But instead of sending in the Army Corps of Engineers, he just sent in the Army.
Those are not normal in Flint. It's going down like a motherfucker.
Wow, where is it?
What is that? Why are they so low? June 25th, Flint, Michigan. It was like, boom.
Didn't warn nobody in the neighborhood.
Oh, God, this is so insane.
And it freaked me out.
Obama's Department of Defense decided to use Flint as a training ground to prepare Army troops so they could fight future wars in urban communities.
What are you guys doing this training for?
It's just to conduct some realistic training.
No one in Flint was warned in advance that they would now be used for target practice.
A few things broke in our house. Glass started to fall off the table and stuff.
What are we going to do? Everybody better fucking get ready.
What is it? What organization are you a part of?
I'm part of the United States Army.
U.S. Army.
In what other part of this city would they have did this without notifying the people?
Why are they doing this in Flint? Like, why here?
Probably because the availability of the abandoned buildings.
12:11 a.m.
in the city of Flint.
See that?
Coming to an American city near you. Because if it can happen in Flint, it can happen anywhere.
If you are from Flint, you have a whole different definition of terrorism. He was the only candidate of the 20.
So family, now do you see how wicked this enemy really is? Do you see? Now let me play this clip to show you their first plot for the black community. Let me show you the first plot for the black community.
Genocide. There are people who wouldn't understand.
Genocide, the method of systematic extermination of a people. Think of the historical precedent.
Oh, I fully understand your author's pride. But from a practical point of view,
this little mixture of mine is as lethal as cyanide. And as selective as a lady buying perfume.
you'll just work on the black folks. Leave the rest of us alone? You better be damn sure.
Just like sickle cell anemia, Mr. Feather. And like sickle cell anemia, will not affect people of the Caucasian race. You have my personal guarantee.
How fast does this stuff work?
72 hours at the most.
took God 7 days to create the world. We can cleanse it in just 3. Huh?
Family, now let me show you the second plot after that one.
Use this.
3, 2, 1.
Fuck on my neighborhood.
Oh my God.